I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. Alright, if you didn't know by the title, this is a rant video. Not to be taken seriously, take it with a grain of salt. This is just some weirdo on the internet complaining about his problems. Let's just get into it. Let's just jump right into it. My first problem that I have with things, and this is particularly, I've noticed it more on Twitch than YouTube, is when people beg for donations. They sit there, they bitch, they complain, they moan, they're like, how dare you not give me the money that I need to supply myself. And I respect the hustle, but don't. People are there to watch you. And like, people should only donate if they want to invest in the channel. I can't stress that enough. On that note too though, there's the complete opposite of that where they just don't interact with chat at all. Now, there's someone I know, I'm aware of, on YouTube, who hasn't got too many followers, and that doesn't matter, it's not about the followers, but what he'll do is he'll say, if you want to talk to me, talk through my moderators, and it's like, no, you interact with chat while you do it, and a lot of people seem to miss that point, and it just gets frustrating, you know, because people are there to like, invest in your content, invest in the person behind it, because in the end, if you do it how everyone else does it, you're just going to be another generic YouTuber. It just sucks. My second point that I want to make, people that don't sleep with the fan on, or people that sleep with socks on, gross. What are you doing? Get that out of here. Imagine sleeping with socks on. Like, doesn't your feet get itchy? Gross. Get some help. My third point, that was almost two. My third point I wanted to make is people that wear headphones when they're doing a video that has no sound besides them talking. You know, like, who would do such a thing like that? I can't honestly think of anyone at all that would do that. Okay, next part. Another point I had, game reviewers that can't play video games. Like, how are you going to listen to someone that doesn't know how to play the game? I know this was a massive controversial topic back like 2 years ago, but like, my goodness, isn't that annoying? You want someone that knows what they're talking about to talk about something. Like, if I went into some random science class and was like, alright, we're going to talk about, I don't know, midichlorians, you would be like, who is this idiot? What's he doing in my classroom? Get him out of here. And I haven't been to school in 3 years, so I wouldn't know much. But yeah, that shit just, like, why? Why bother going into game reviewing if you don't know how to play the game? Next part. I don't know what they call it in other countries. I know here we call it, like, the I don't know the actual name for it, is to be honest. Like, the intersection button. You know when you cross the road and there's the button, and I'll put a photo, you'll know it. But that button, that one, don't you hate it when you press it and you clearly press it and everyone sees that you've pressed it? But then some idiot comes over and starts mashing it and you're like, no. Ow. You're like, no. You're like, no, I already pressed it. What are you doing? And then they just start whacking it harder and harder. And then you're like, no, stop, I did it. And then they just keep going at it. And you're like, no. Stupid. Because it doesn't make it go any faster, you know. And that just gets really frustrating to people. People that like coriander. Gross. What I really hate when I'm on stream and some smartass comes in and he's like, hey, you should press Alt F4. Something really funny happens when you press Alt F4. Or drop your diamonds into the lava. You're gonna get a full set of armor if you get a full set of armor if you do it. It's like, shut up. Do you know how many people have thought of that joke? It's so annoying, and like people keep coming through, and you're like, no, stop it. And then you get really sarcastic with them, and then they get defensive, like, how dare you insult me? And it's like, what? You came here with a dumb joke. You're gonna get a dumb response. Fair enough. Fair enough. People that don't like Garfield 2, A Tale of Two Kitties, that shit is a masterpiece. And the Shrek pentology. Shrek 1 through 5, including the Shrek the Divorce movie. That movie is so good. Bad YouTuber apology videos. That shit is so bad, so hard to watch when they manipulate the audience and clearly don't care about them. But, you know, like, you can kind of... Because when people fake it, you can see through the facade of it, you know? It's not hard to. You realize they're only apologizing because they have to apologize. And, like... Ugh, it gets horrible. It just... Oh, that does my head in, to be honest. People who cheat in multiplayer games. That shit's disgusting. Single player games... Like, if you want to, like, if you've played the game, beaten it 100 times, for example, Skyrim, and you want to mod the game, go for it. It becomes so much fun. But then, when you go into multiplayer games, prime example being any of the recent, like, any of the past, so, like, from 2010 to 2015, like, Modern Warfare 2 to whatever came out in 2015, one of the CODs. Anyways, all those CODs, there is just hackers galore. You cannot get that stuff done. And it gets so frustrating, because you spawn in, and you're dead. Someone just locks to you, shoots, and then you're just like, ow! Straight up die. When you walk into a room and you forget about something. So you get excited, you're like, I know what I'm gonna do. You walk into the room and you forget it, and you're like, shit. So you walk out, and then you go back to where you were, and you retrace your steps, and you're trying to figure it out. And then you go, wait, I remember. And then you don't particularly remember it, but you know you remember it, if that makes sense. And then you go back to the room and you forget it again. Isn't that annoying? Toxic fan bases. More in the gaming sense. I don't really care about TV stuff. You know, people can do whatever they want with that. But, like, for example, League of Legends. Whew. There are some salty boys on there. You make one wrong move, you play the character slightly wrong, they're coming for you. They'll kick down your door, and they'll be like, oh, you're not doing well enough. And then the polar opposite is, if you're doing too well, they're like, you're trying too hard, you need to calm down. It's like, do you want me to play good? Or do you want me to play bad? Ha! You know? Fuck. Another one. Forced commentary when you know they're exaggerating. I know, and I understand it for, like, showmanship, but when you can hear it, like, in, like, any video when they're like, alright, what's up, guys? So, guys, we're gonna do this. Wow, that's so exciting. Oh my gosh, I just got a diamond from Minecraft. That is just so exciting. I gotta tell everyone about it. And, you know, you can kind of hear that they don't care, but they're not really putting effort into it. And it's just fake reactions. There you go. I thought of the word. Anyways, that's not important. I've noticed this a lot on YouTube too, when people do the, like, before we start, guys, make sure you like the video, comment, hit the bell, sacrifice your children, do all that shit, whatever you can do to get it done. That is so annoying and so frustrating, because you're like, I just want to watch the video, and you've got this shit coming up, and I respect the hustle, you know, trying to get your brand, promote your brand and stuff, but most people skip that. I know I skip it personally. Even if I did it in my own videos, I'd skip it. I don't know if I've done it. I probably have. I think this is kind of just like a little pet peeve on my own, but people that don't really talk during streams, like the streamers themselves, like, I get that, I guess everyone's got their own niche for it, but I personally want to be entertained during a stream, and I try my best to. Like, sometimes there's moments where you can't talk, but if they don't talk at all through the whole stream, like, unless they have like a no commentary thing on it, but it gets, like, what are you supposed to do? We can't talk amongst ourselves, you're not saying anything. Because I personally love talking to you guys on stream. I love all the weird things we end up doing. It's just a nice little fun moment. I'm not plugging my streams, I swear. Bowl cuts. You know what I'm talking about. Gross. No. Don't get those. Another one is people that attack retail workers like they're in complete control of whatever goes on with the prices, or say the time hours, or recently with the Coles and Woolworths, with all the freaking just everything being gone and them lashing out. I get the frustration. I know some things are pretty ridiculous, but you don't blame it on the 13 to 18 year olds that are working there. You know, they're just doing the job, and oh boy, they get hammered for it. So if you're a retail worker and you watch me, I'm so fucking proud of you, and you're doing an amazing job. Don't listen to them. Very good. People that advertise on YouTube in particular, or like, I'm not even talking about mine, I'm talking about just in general. It's like, so you say you're streaming, and someone jumps onto your stream and say, I'm playing Fortnite right now, come watch me. That's like if you had a birthday party and someone came to your house and was like, hey, this birthday party's cool and all, but come check out my birthday party. Look at all the cool stuff I've got. And that stuff just gets annoying. Like people just shout themselves out all the time, and that gets really annoying. Like, if I'm invested in your channel, let me shout you out on my own accord, and I'll do it. I'll be more than happy to get behind you, but like, let me want to get behind you first. If that makes sense. I'm not targeting anyone with it. I'm just saying, like, it happens, and just gonna deal with it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there. I realized I've had these on the entire time, and I didn't need them. This is no, this isn't very risky. All I did was kind of whinge. What's wrong with having an opinion, am I right? Anyways, I wanted to say super quickly that we are growing so fast, and it is insane. We're at, I think, 670 last time I checked, so we're getting up there. Oh boy, I'm really excited to do more videos for you. I've got another fun stream coming up whenever, so the next video after this will be a fun stream. I'm not going to talk too much about it because it's a video game and I'm not sure how many people are going to tune in, but it's going to be great. Let me know if you want more videos like this. I've got a Discord, I've got an Instagram, you can follow my social medias wherever, they'll be in the description. That's something I can end this video on. I gotta make this funny. What can I make this? I can end this funny somehow. I got it.